September 26, 2013. This is Nova Scotia Tattoo Forums, Tattoo TV. We're about to interview fellow videographer, Noah. How you doing today, Noah?
Excellent. How are you?
Good. So, I just wanted to ask you a few questions about the forum, Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum. What do you think about the forum so far?
Well, I think it's an interesting, project that's evolving. I guess I've only been a part of it for a very short period of time, so it's going to be quite interesting to see where it keeps going. What I know of it so far, I'm interested to get some more interaction, I guess, but I haven't really explored all the detailed aspects of the forum, and it seems to have quite an expansive space and a good, responsive, I guess, moderative and administrative culture, which helps forum in that regards.
Fantastic. It's a great opportunity for people to actually get their views online, and it creates a great discussion point for all things related to tattoo, so people can actually pose their questions, have the answers, and basically remove the mystery, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that's a good point about removing the mystery, right? Because when you so often you think of a forum, you think of the internet or a community that's an online community, right? You don't really necessarily think of in this specific forum, it's Nova Scotia, which also implies a local community, a geographical community beyond just the internet. And so you have that integrated forum, right? Like it literally is an integrated forum. And so how do you go beyond that? How do you connect the names to the faces to the places beyond just an avatar? So if I'm on the forum, my username is No Master, and that's just like a username that I randomly came up with in junior high on old forums that I used to frequent, like the pro wrestling forums, just because that was kind of the stuff that I went on the internet for in junior high. And so that's who I am on this anonymous little website. But here now you can see my face. I'm Noah, so there you go, maybe a little context as to how I came up with No Master. But that's basically it. You can, so now with these videos, anybody can volunteer to be interviewed. So if you're a member in the forum, you probably fit the bill for someone who we'd want to be a part of the interview series, because we want to hear more and more perspective, and we want the forum to provide more opportunities for people to be seen and heard in more fashions than just typing away, because typing or writing text is a good form of communication because you can pick your words carefully, but you lose a lot of the facial expressions and the details of communication that make storytelling such a more, I guess, fine art than just writing words in a dialogue box. I guess maybe that's kind of how I think of where this specific aspect of the project, the interviewing and videography, and trying to catalog these different people's views on the culture. I think that can really help elevate this forum beyond its just current or what you would expect out of just a regular online community.
What's great about it as well is the idea of the geography. Like, there's many online forums that are worldwide, and this is one that is focused on an area which is Nova Scotia and the people in the community, and we can actually get to know people in our community, where you get, I guess, for lack of a term, get to know the people in your neighborhood, where not only is, like you said, is a name on the forum, but you can actually see the people, that you get their stories behind their tattoos, why they got tattooed or why they're not tattooed, and why they want to be a part of this culture that is tattooing.
Yeah.
Because tattooing is one of those things that connects people that may have no other connection beyond they share the fact that they're tattooed. But yet that's a very positive connection, and that can actually create relationships based on that.
I think that's that's one thing that I'm learning, because just in the last few years of having tattoos, it's one of those things that instantly, if someone recognizes that you have one or notices yours, and it's a conversation, automatically you can say, well, this, and you have that relating, and you don't really think about that when you don't have tattoos. So it's kind of an interesting, I guess, a little kinship that you don't want to say. I guess it's its own community in of itself, and so I guess putting more and more stories and layers, I think that's a natural part, because as somebody who wants to get tattooed, or you want to have these stories on your body, why wouldn't you want to share them even more? You want to bring them more to life, and so they're alive in your skin, and they're alive on your body, but you can make them more alive by expressing them through your telling the story in an interview, right? I think that's kind of a more, I guess, powerful way of doing something like that.
Fantastic. And also, one of the endeavors of the Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum is to help educate the public to learn more about tattoo culture, the differences between one style and the other, like things that we take for granted that I mean, most people even lack the language to know what's the difference between a tribal or black work tattoo, black and gray color work. What are these things that are even possible? What is a painterly tattoo compared to realism or color realism or photorealism? These are all terms that are thrown around in magazines, but the Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum is an opportunity for people to actually ask their questions and have them answered by local artists, right?
Yeah, like 100%. So, I mean, I don't know about most of the viewers or whatever, but like I can tell you that I don't know half the things you just said, right? Like, with these terms, and I think this is wonderful. I feel like, because clearly there's a lot of passionate knowledge involved in our community here in Nova Scotia that it's something that I'm just kind of discovering myself as somebody who's lived here literally their entire life. And so, there's got to be more people who are going to be fascinated and compelled by the idea of discovering more about those detailed, facets of the information. Because once you learn something and you love something, you don't want to just know it a little bit. You want to know it. You want to really become connected to it, and you want to feel like a part of it, and you want to feel on the next, wave that's coming in. You don't want to be always trying to catch up to the wave that's just crashing. You kind of want to be ready for it as it's about to crest, and then you're kind of riding it, and it feels really good for just a moment, and then you're getting ready for the next one. I think that's kind of what it's about. When you first immerse yourself into a new culture, you kind of are hoping to catch up. And so this seems like a great opportunity for, even me personally, to catch up. You have people who are relating to you beyond just the one level, the tattoo level, but they're also Nova Scotian. And so I think there's this kind of kinship amongst Nova Scotians where people, you want to help other Nova Scotians, you want to be nice to one another. I don't know if that's true, but I feel like it is. So I hope that's a part, or that's a competitive advantage that the Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum has, but I have no idea. Also,
there's the immediate feedback where a forum has the aspect that one can actually pose their questions and see it online immediately. And there's dialogue that can happen in quick time rather than, say, like a website that you're waiting for the dictates of someone else to put up the information. Or the forum really creates an interactive aspect that everyone in the community can contribute.
Yeah.
And there's an organic aspect that you never know what you're going to find one day to the next on the forum.
I think I think that's spot on. Like, I imagine people today, if they're discovering new things on the site, then they're discovering things that, when did they start doing this, right? And so hopefully we can start turning that into regular content, and that can just, I guess, more and more content can be coming from different angles and different aspects of the community, right? And it's really interesting to think about if everybody starts, pushing towards one common goal, then all of our individual efforts start to pile up in a more effective way. It's not just one person building content for themselves. It's this group of people over here building content for this aspect of the forum, and more and more and more content gets in there when more people are involved in helping. And so the more people that are volunteering to be a part of this in and of itself, just being interviewed or being feedback, saying this sucked or that was great, that's great. We get to hear that, and we get to know, okay, we'll keep doing that, and we'll change that. And I think that's like you were saying, the feedback aspect of a forum. I think that really helps elevate the educational reflexivity within our community.
The immediate feedback creates a consciousness awareness, or a consciousness expansive aspect where it's right now. It's not a week ago or a month ago or even 10 years ago. It's right now. What does the community as a whole respond, feel, think about all these different aspects of tattoo culture in Nova Scotia? And they get their viewpoint immediately on the internet to share with others and respond and interact with others.
Okay, special thanks to Garden of Eden on Quinpool.
All right, so thank you, Noah. A special thanks to Garden of Eden on Quinpool Road in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It is a restaurant that you should all check out. Wonderful place to dine. That's where this is being recorded. Thank you for listening. This is Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum. All right. Here is Evie, the proprietor of this wonderful establishment. Hello, Evie.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. This is Nova Scotia Tattoo Forum TV. That's all for now.